Welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Studios podcast. I am your host, Nathan Collins, also the CEO of Diamond Studios right here in Toccoa, Georgia. Today, we've got a very special episode for you. We are interviewing Mario, the Maker Magician. This guy has an incredibly creative mind and is just a fantastic entrepreneur all the way around. Mario is also an award-winning touring family performer, author, and creator. He's appeared on some of the greatest TV shows of all time, things like Sesame Street, Universal Kids, HGTV. Also, something else that blew my mind was David Blaine has called him the best kids magician in the world. And after this interview, I definitely get behind that statement. He is an incredible personality and character on and off the stage. And also, we talk about his invention, the Automobot, a little bit in this episode. So stay tuned and enjoy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Diamond Studios podcast. As always, Nathan Collins here. Today, we've got another special episode of a magical guest. I had to go with the pun. That was awful. I'm sorry. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined today by Mario, the Maker Magician. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, Nathan? Thank you so much for having me on. This is great.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So I found your stuff through you're coming to the Ritz.
Yep.
Oh gosh, like super soon.
Which is an awesome place. I've been there before.
Yes.
That place is beautiful.
Yes. It is awesome. It is really awesome. So I found you like through the Ritz. And I spent a solid hour like stalking your website.
Nice.
Like watched all the videos.
Awesome.
I got on social media, stalked some of your robots.
Yes.
And dude, those are crazy.
Yo, I have one robot, right? This cardboard robot. I don't even understand. It's like way more famous than I will ever be in my whole life. It's just this cardboard robot that does magic tricks, you know?
Yes, I did. I saw that one and I was like, how is this happening? Like, why? This should not be a thing at all.
So that's been, that was a whole passion project because of the pandemic. Once we stopped performing in person, you're like trying to connect to audiences, and what is the audience?
Okay.
It's people's cell phones. Like people are looking at their damn phones,
Right.
So Automobot is the name of the cardboard robot, and that's the first time in my life where I created something viral, so it was a really fun. So if you type in robot magic on Google or on YouTube or on Reddit, you'll see some ugly looking No, he's not ugly. I feel bad saying that. He's a cute robot. Cute cardboard robot. And you'll see him. He's like the only robot magician, that's out there. So
Yeah. I saw that guy. What is he? It's like a ball of tinfoil.
Yes, yeah.
Something. And I was like, what?
So basically what you saw, so what I did was I did micro performances, because Facebook is so hard on these reels right now where it's like 30-second videos to a minute. So my goal was like, how do I create a mini magic show in 30 seconds with this cardboard robot? So the tinfoil ball, it's basically this robot that's just like holding a handkerchief in front of a silver ball, and then it just vanishes, disappears, vanishes. And then the silver ball turns into sunglasses on him. It's hard to explain, right? Like how do you explain
so cool.
it, unless you watch it. But anyway, it's all
so
silent
cool.
with robot music, and it's, little mini performances.
Yes. It is amazing. And then you got the one with the quarters and
yes.
it's awesome. I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time just like watching your videos.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, something I admire about you, just from watching the videos, is your charismatic personality. On stage, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, that's like, people say the audience creates the performer, So I spent 12 hard years, like, just doing private parties in New York City, just like hopping out of a car, going into some private house, doing some crazy birthday party, hopping back out. Like it was nuts. And I did it like we would do like 6 shows a weekend, just packing them in, 4 on Saturday, you know, 3 on Sunday. And but that's where you like learn your voice, you learn your story, you learn your song, you know, like the idea is like the whole meaning of the show is like do what you love, you know? And for me, I organically found it through family audiences, you know? At first I wanted to be some crazy ninja magician that's like Chris Angel, David Blaine. Like I had this whole idea, but really like I had to let go of this vision of what I thought I should be. And once I surrendered that, that's when things started changing, you know, where like we were able to now travel as a family and do the show, you know, in different places, you know?
Yes, which I think is incredible. While it's on my brain, I want to talk, dude. I can't comprehend the family dynamics with traveling, because you guys are from. Are you from New York?
Yeah. So we live just north of Manhattan. We live in the suburbs, you know, on the Jersey side of the Hudson River. And so like, you know, for us in reality, you know, almost half of the year we're not home. You know, we're traveling through doing places like the Ritz, you know, like these kind of like 400, 500 seat theaters. And then we bounce doing lectures for magicians. Dude, there is a subculture of magicians in every city, you know, like that want lecturers and stuff. This is stuff I didn't even know existed, you know? So like, so that's part of the idea is like, how do we introduce robotics with magic in every way possible?
Dude, I love it. Whenever I saw you, it was perfect timing, because there's a local magician here who sets up downtown and just does magic on the side of the street like randomly.
Oh, that's awesome.
We actually had him on, it was a couple months ago. But we've stayed in touch like over the weeks. And it was like I sent him a text and I was like, dude, you got to go check this guy out. So I'm hoping he's gonna get involved in some of your consultations and stuff, man.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I love the like street performer angle, because that's kind of like where my heart was in my early 20s. Like there was nothing more liberating and free to me than just like a backpack and just something that I can do in front of an audience and just pack up and bounce and make a couple bucks. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna backtrack some more about like something you said earlier. I know we have a lot of fellow musicians that watch, and a lot of performers that do different kinds of things in the entertainment industry. But something you said was the audience creates the performer. Yeah. And the performance. Like that is the realest statement ever. Because as a performer, like
it's true, you know.
Yeah. Once we get to that point to where we get the audience involved, it's just like a ripple effect. It's such a great feeling. It is great, and you're good at it.
No, it's true. And like it's constantly evolving, you know, like dude, like the Zoom shows, like that was hard, man. You know, like it's like
I bet.
it's like a flat screen, and how do I connect to these kids and families through the screen? So it was like this trailblazing Wild West of 4 or 5 months where I'm just talking to different magicians. Like, wait, what's you got a stream deck? You're using OBS? Like, I don't even know these terms. Like, and like learning how to navigate like all this, and you too, Nathan. I'm sure with you too. Like recording studio, you gotta like be flexible with how live shows ended. You know, so it's an amazing thing. The creative arts, you have to be flexible. You know, without a doubt. Yeah.
We adopted the whole outdoors thing. That's something that we've been we put on several shows outside downtown, you know, where people can spread out and, you know, be where they're comfortable. But it was a really cool experience. It was a really, really, really cool experience.
No, it's awesome, dude. And it's cool to like figure out the channels of what works and still bring something live to people, right? I mean, obviously you're in it like I am. You have a desire, a passion to like connect, you know? That's awesome.
Yes. I was watching do you know who John Bellion is?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I know but I don't know. You're putting me on the spot, Nathan. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who is he?
That's too far in the dark. No. He's my favorite artist, like favorite musician.
Nice.
But he is incredible. Like his performance, live shows, everything like that is incredible. One of the best concerts I've ever been to.
What's his name?
Jon Bellion. Jon and then Bellion. Yeah.
I'm doing homework tonight, without a doubt.
He's amazing. You know, I'm in love with like process, which I think that's why I got sucked into your website, because you have a lot of process on there.
Yeah.
I've read your what is it? Your about section.
Yeah.
Right here, talking about like family and inventions and the TV shows that you've been on. Like I love that stuff. But he's got some behind the scenes videos that he does. But one of his music videos really highlights a concert, like I guess really a whole tour. And I was thinking about like last year how limited everything was, and I was like, what kind of moments did we miss out on?
Damn.
You know, just like that. It's a scary thought. Like I know it's got to be for you as well. Like you know, it's one thing. Like we're having a good interview right now, but like there's just something different whenever you're in the same room sharing an atmosphere. And like that was one of the biggest things that inspired us to like get outside and do some shows. It's like that's a big thing. You're missing out on a lot of interaction.
No, it is. And I love that statement, dude. I love that. Like, what did we miss out on, you know? And you know, and what happens to a lot of performers, including myself, is you start blaming yourself. You know, you start thinking that like you're not good enough, and that's why this is happening. And I constantly have to be reminded by my friends, and I have to constantly remind my friends that the whole world is affected. Even now, like I was supposed to hit up like 4 different schools in the next 2 weeks, where they're going to bring the schools into the theaters for shows, and they all got canceled. You know, it was like 4 gigs. You know, it's like, oh my goodness. And that was a shock because it happened 3 or 4 days, you know, before we left. And so I took it personal. I was like, damn, is this the wrong decision? Like maybe like the world is shifting a different way. And then Adele, who's in Vegas, was supposed to start a big tour, and she cancels like hours before. So then it hit me. It was like, damn, it's not personal. Like it's like even the top tier, you know, but long story short, like you just push forward, you know, like you said, it's like you got to open the damn doors and you do the damn show outside, you know, and you connect. You know?
Yep, because that's how we make money as performers.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah. There's some people they're good at, I don't know, man. I tried the whole TikTok thing. It's just awkward. It's not, I don't know.
I know, me too. It's a different, but it's funny because TikTok I tried too, and I completely just failed. But then for some reason, the Facebook Reels, I don't know, they work. Like the robot works on the Facebook Reels, you know? Yeah. And so you got to find that. What's so cool, Nathan, is that you tried, right? Like, it's like you got to try freaking Facebook. You got to try Instagram. Twitter is another monster. LinkedIn. You know, one of these things click the strongest for each one of us. And for me right now, it's like Instagram is really good for like younger magicians, younger audience. And then Facebook is where all the moms and dads are. It's like, that's how we sell our tickets, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. They're the ones bringing the kids. Before we have to go, I want to dive into who you are. And like, the first big question is like, how the heck did you get into all of this? How did that happen?
That's a heavy question, dude. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it was just a natural, I don't know. I grew up in a very, you know, traditional home, you know, and I saw my first like punk rock, pop punk concert in the mid 90s, and it changed my life. I was like 15. And the idea of like this freedom to like dye my hair, whatever freaking color I want, piercings, whatever, tattoos. It was very revolutionary to a 15-year-old, you know, especially in that time frame that I was in high school. And so anyway, that kind of started the bug of just wanting to be on stage, wanting to find my creative outlet. And I played in a bunch of punk rock bands, screamed in a mic, made no money, you know, like, but had the best memories. And long story short, I accidentally walked into a magic shop. and it was all the way in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was a brick and mortar shop, and it was really weird. Like I bought a couple of magic tricks, and then I left, and I was supposed to give them to my younger brother when I went to visit, but I ended up keeping them. I went back again, and after the third, fourth time, you could not make me leave. Like I was glued to a stool and I watched every customer come in performing and practicing. It was like someone lit a damn fire inside my chest and I could feel the coals burning. Like I couldn't sleep at night. I just wanted to learn magic more than anything else in the world. And it was very weird because I was like 21, 22, and it doesn't make any sense. It's like you're supposed to go to college. You're supposed to like buy a house, like get a career. What the hell are you doing with these magic tricks in your hands, And so it was pretty funny watching my parents telling them like, I want to be a magician, my parents are very Italian. My parents got married in Italy. I'm the first generation American. So they're just looking at me like you're nuts. And, but what was exciting is like when you follow your gut and you follow your heart and, it's like the whole world is going to fight against you and it's going to be lonely. It's going to be dark and it's going to be a long time before you eat the fruit of your labor, And, but like, what's cool is like, you cast, it's like this daily bread thing. You just keep fighting and you get these little rewards, and you start piecing together this puzzle like, oh, children's magic? Like, what is that? That doesn't even make sense. That sounds stupid, But like from that outlet, like my dream was to pay my rent doing what I love. That was my dream in my 20s. So I didn't care what the hell I was doing. Like as long as I was doing something I love to do. And so what happened was all these magicians, they don't want to do birthday parties. So like, I'm like, dude, give them to me. I'll take them. Next thing you know, I'm making more money on Saturday and Sunday than I am from my whole week paycheck. And that's when it kind of dawned on me. I was like, damn, like, even though this is not where I want to be, but like there's something working here, And long story short, I ended up falling in love with the very thing I was running away from. And but that's how all my opportunities happened, was from a silly birthday party. That's how I got on Sesame Street. That's how I got on NBC Universal Kids. Like every great opportunity I got came from that humble birthday party that everyone wants to ignore, So I guess my ending statement with all that is like, be passionate about your dreams, but be flexible about the details of those dreams, Don't miss opportunities because you think you're too good or it's not the right opportunity. Like it's just important to, like, you got to love something so much that you just want to be part of it. You don't care how high up in the ladder you get. You got to get to that point, And for me, it's a constant lesson like every year, but like when you love something so much and you just want to be part of it, like then everyone starts helping you out. And I think that's what's beautiful even about this show coming up, at the Ritz. It's like people want to see magic, Right. Like it's like we all, just like you opening those damn doors and being like, we're going to be outside, get these people together. You don't realize the impact you have, Nathan, by doing that. Like, it's like people are desperate. Like we always ignore art. Like, look at schools. Like we always push art aside, until Broadway shuts down and like we have a plague coming through. It's like, then we realize, oh, damn. How many Netflix, there's no new shows going on. There's no theater. There's no, so that's why when I talk to people like you, I get very excited because I feel like you're doing God's work. Like, I think there's a purpose in all of us, that we got to dance. We got to be part 100%. Of the dance to remind people why we're suffering, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sorry, you asked a deep question. No, I'm going to give you a deep answer.
I love it. I'll take it. I want to highlight my favorite part of your journey, like of everything that you just said anyway. Is from a lot of the people that we interview, my favorite part is that one part of the journey where the natural order of life, like the way that life just naturally goes, seems to be where we need to be.
Damn.
But we always look at it like, are you serious? Is this for real? But then once you get there, you're like, oh yeah, I'm at home. Like, this is it. This is it. Yeah. And it's just it's so cool to see that process that all of us, especially entertainers, all of us go through. And it's I don't know, it's so cool that we can all relate on that same thing that if we told a normal person that, they're going to be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. It's part of the thing I talk about in my lectures too, because it's like we have to constantly prove ourselves to
Yeah.
normal people, you know, like that what we bring is of value, you know, and that can like be something that kind of like can hurt you at the end. It's like someone pinching you, like, and you can only take so much, but like you got to keep reminding yourself, you got to keep feeding people like you, like we got to keep talking to each other, like people got to listen to your podcast, like, and remember, oh, this is why I do it, like, so that we can go back into the world, go in the war zone, and like, you know, figure it out.
That's
you
so
know, in a
true.
philosophical way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's a mental game that we have to constantly reset. And but that's part of the joy, you know, like my greatest shows ever are the ones where like I'm questioning myself the whole week, you know. It's like, because then I explode on stage and I do it because like it's like I know I need to be here kind of thing. So it's a funny game. It's a funny game we play. It really is.
It is. It is. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, me too.
So one last deep question. Before we get into like products and stuff, your favorite part about touring, performing, what's your favorite part about it all?
I think my favorite part, I guess there's a few things, you know. I think for me personally, my favorite part is like when we have just like a sold out show and we just sell all our merch and I watch my kids eating a big plate of sushi, you know, like just get that sushi boat, you know, we just chill and just sit back, drink the sake, and eat the fruit of our labor. You know, I think that's the big deal. Yeah.
Sushi after a hard performance. Oh my gosh. The best
we gotta
thing
get the
ever.
one with the high Google reviews, you know, we gotta get the right one.
You have to. That refreshing feeling.
You get me.
I love it. Yeah, dude, my wife, she's probably hearing me say the word sushi right now. And once I'm done, she's going to be like, sushi?
Right. I don't know. It's become like the gold standard, I guess. It's funny because it's like, I'm so Italian, you know, and like my kids, they're like Japanese kids, right? I'm like looking at my wife. My son is only 7. He can like rock out chopsticks. Like he's like insane, you know?
Oh, that's great.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's the idea is like, awesome. Eating the fruit of your labor, you know, and I think that food tastes sweeter, you know, to the people that really stick to the journey of like what their purpose is, you know, and I think that's what it is, like going through the valley and then climbing the mountain and being like, damn, thank God I stuck to it, and then you can see and reap that reward, you know, and I think, you know, places like the Ritz coming up and like. And the shows we had in Georgia last weekend was kind of a sign of that. Like it was just fun. Like people want to be together, you know, and it's fun when it all happens right, you know.
Yeah, it definitely is. Let's take these last like 5 minutes to talk about products. Because you guys, you offer a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot of products.
Like you do shows, obviously, and then. You also you've got your merch, but your wife also does brand marketing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So Katie, you know, she's you know, Katie's the secret engine to Mario the Maker Magician. I mean, she's the reason why we can do it full time, and she's just honed in this craft with branding and social media for us to sell tickets and all that. She consults other performers as part of her trade, but yeah, So yeah, we have, you know, we've been really lucky. Like I finally published my first few books over the pandemic through Make Magazine. So if you're ever interested in robotics and magic, I have a book called Robot Magic that just came out. It's 7 routines that involve traditional magic with robotics. And and the forward is by David Copperfield. You know, I'm still like, I opened the book just looking like, damn, I can't believe we got that gift, you know, and and then I have a book called The Maker Magician's Handbook, and that's also through Make Magazine. And basically that's like to build your own magic show at home, and that's for like elementary age and family audiences. And so that's kind of, and then we have 2 kits. We have a Chomper Bot Kit through Make, and that's basically a robot magic trick. So you learn about the Arduino and programming, and then you learn a magic trick with the robot. And then the last thing I have, wow, I feel like this is a lot, but the last thing I have is I have a electronic snake in a can. So if you know like the spring snake that's in the peanut can,
Yes.
So picture one that's robotic so that you can control when it shoots the snake out.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my gosh.
I know. I gotta send you one.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
really
my
proud of
gosh.
it. So like we hacked the lid of the snake can, the peanut can, so that you can add a servo motor to it, and you can program when you want the snake to to come out, and then it makes noises and like happy sounds and sad sounds, and so it's cool and it does magic. So that's all on the Mario the Magician website, like MarioTheMagician.com. Or you can go to makershed.com through Make Magazine and you can see some of our products there. But that's it. Yeah, so we sell those during our live shows. Yep.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the snake makes sense now. Okay. Do one of you guys design your merch?
Yeah, so Katie and I, it's like a team effort. We have similar interests. So I love like, skateboarding was a really big deal to me growing up. I love like street art. I'm very when you see the show, like the live show, you'll see my understanding of why I love art so much. So I can, like Andy Warhol, Tom Sachs, like Alexander Calder. I love Rat Fink, Big Daddy Ed Roth, 1950s hot rod culture. I love pop punk bands.
Yes.
There's all this stuff that's like very colorful that inspire me. So I try to throw that to these kids, like these family audiences, like because like I believe that like when you're excited about something on stage, the audience is excited with you. So I kind of like fill this stuff up, like stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's true. They feed off of us. They do.
Without a doubt. So you'll see a lot of our merch is inspired by these kind of things, and it's fun. Like Katie and I have a lot of fun, like coming up with new ways to make new merch.
I love it, man. I saw that monkey tee.
Yes.
I was like, this is sick. I love this. I love it. I did. I got the skater vibe from you. Because I'm the same way. Skating was a big part of my childhood. And I still skate, just not as often as I wish I could. But yeah, that was definitely very attractive to me.
Good for you that you still skate. Good for you. Gotta keep rocking. No, I do too. But like, I don't know. I'm an old man now, so. But I still skate without a doubt. But yeah, so it's been that's what's been really cool is like it's not just about the show. It's like how do we expand it so when people go home they can take something with them, that they can make something, because the whole show is that everything in the show is things I made. It's like all robotics and STEM oriented stuff that does magic. So
this is true. Yeah, I saw. What were you throwing into the audience in one of your videos?
Clown noses.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, like hundreds of them. Yeah, so you'll see if you come to the show, you'll get a clown nose. It's part of the show. It's part of the theme. So we do like, it's really funny. I ship them to each theater, like hundreds of them. So it's a joke we have. We have this huge cargo box thing on the roof of our truck, and it's like thousands of clown noses.
That is amazing.
Yeah, but so there's always like surprises and stuff.
I love it. All right, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Because you've got, we'll do a little plug. You've got a consultation coming up that you got to get to. So all of our musicians out there, guys, go check him out. MarioTheMagicianMaker.com, right?
Yeah. So MarioTheMagician.com. And check out, if you check us out, check out our Instagram. It's Mario the Magician. We post a lot of stuff there, a lot of reels, a lot of fun stuff. And Nathan, dude, thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me and part of your podcast. And what you're doing is really inspiring. So I feel excited that I was part of it today.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy that you took the opportunity. I love it. But January 28th, 2020, for those of you listening 10 years from now. 22. We're in 22.
Yes. 22.
Oh my gosh. Did I just say 2020?
I love it. I thought you were joking.
Oh my gosh. My brain. Okay.
No, that's right. This Friday, January 22. You got January 28th, this Friday, 7 p.m. at the Ritz Theater in Toccoa, Georgia. I hope to see you guys.
Yes. It's gonna be awesome. But all right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on. You are amazing, super fun to talk to, dude. You're awesome. You're awesome.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you.
man. It was really fun jamming with you, dude.
Yeah, you too. You too. All right, man. Hopefully we'll see you on the 28th.
Yes.
Yes.
Take care, everyone.